Good afternoon, everybody. Colin here with AppleReviews.com. Today, I'm going to be giving you my first impressions on my Apple Watch. So this is the Apple Watch 42mm stainless steel. I mean, not stainless steel, sorry, aluminum. I was going to get the stainless steel, but I didn't like the shininess of it. I kind of wanted something that wouldn't attract like a major amount of fingerprints. I like the matte finish of this one, and I wanted to have something that wouldn't scratch as easy. I actually did end up buying a case for this one for $15 on Amazon, but they were out of stock, so it will not be here towards the end of the month. I will be purchasing AppleCare later today, so the watch is going to be completely covered. First thing I wanted to go over about my first impressions is the charger. That's just your standard Apple, brick. But this, I like that. This actually has nothing to do with the charger itself, the way it works or anything like that. But this seems like Apple kind of did it backwards. They give you this really long charger for a watch that you're not going to really be using while it's charging. That's like twice the length of an iPhone cable that you may want to use while charging. So I just kind of think that's backwards. But here's the watch right here. It is currently on the watch face, and you can see the little blue lock at the top. It does go. You do have to enter the passcode when you take it off your wrist, and entering the right passcode helps. So when you take it off your wrist, you do have to, or you can set it so you have to enter a passcode, which is pretty cool. There's my home screen. You can either get into an app by using the digital crown to scroll really close to the app. You can scroll out on the home screen if you have a lot of apps. Or you can keep it in. Now if you scroll in a little bit, it opens the app, and you can't scroll back out of an app. You have to tap the digital crown. But if you scroll in a little bit, it's not gonna open so. You have to scroll until it opens, which is actually a pretty nice feature, because then you're not just opening random apps if you bump the crown or something like that. But you can also open them by tapping on them no matter where they are on the screen. Like I have the weather channel down here, and you can see I can open it without zooming into it or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. If you tap the home button, it goes dead center, which is I have it set as the clock app, watch face app, whatever you want to call it. If you tap it again, it actually does open that. So that's a pretty nice feature. You can set it to different things and stuff like that. I have my watch face set with the weather down there. You can see it says 90 degrees and sunny. The date is right there, and the battery is up in the corner right there, which you can move around. You can customize the watch face. You can add another thing up top. You can choose the color of the second hand. You can do the detail. You can use the digital crown to add detail, more numbers. You can get rid of the numbers completely, and I keep mine with just the 4 numbers. So that's pretty cool how that works. You can customize a bunch of the different watch apps. You can make your own, and it'll store it in there, so you can have different versions of the same one stored in there. If you notice your Apple Watch is waking up while you're driving and you don't like that, you can actually go into the settings here, and you can turn off activate on wrist raise. You can also choose what you want it to resume to, either your clock face or the last used app. I've actually found myself using the Apple Watch even when I'm on, when I have my phone handy. I just like to be able to use it, and double tapping this actually goes back to your last app, so you can switch back and forth like that. But I do find it handy, on your wrist, it'll tap you, you don't have to worry about sound if you're out in public or in a meeting or whatever. You get a tap on your wrist, so you don't have to use do not disturb all the time. Now when you turn on do not disturb on your phone, it does turn it on here by default, and vice versa. If you turn it on here, it turns it on your phone. I'm not sure if you get the tap still or not, because I haven't needed to turn on do not disturb yet, but I hope you do, because I hope it just mutes the sound, which I have my sound muted anyway, because I'm going to be at school most of the time with this thing on, so I don't want it making any noise. But the taps are fine, like I said, which is pretty cool. You can see since it's not on my wrist, it does keep locking every time it goes to sleep, which is a nice feature. If you have your watch charging, it'll be locked. Now I don't think there's a way to put it to sleep. You can't tap the button and put it to sleep, it's just gonna keep asking for your passcode. Yeah, you have, it just says device locked, power reserve, and power off. So you can't actually like put it to sleep with the button, you just have to wait for it to time out and put itself to sleep, which I guess is okay, but would be nice if they added, you know, you could tap a button and have the option of putting the display to sleep to conserve the most battery you can. Now, power reserve, if you go up, well, I have to unlock it again, but power reserve, if you go swipe up, you can have, these are called glances, you can set them in the app, which you can see I have my battery, my fitness thing, my battery, and the music, and that's all I have because I don't really want to have to swipe through a bunch of stuff to get to stuff that I can just open the app for. But power reserve, it's going to be hard to read, but it allows you to conserve the battery. It turns off all features except for displaying the time, which will allow it to I think last for like 72 hours on just displaying the time, which is a pretty nice feature if you really need to know the time that bad, and your watch is about to die. I guess you could disable it too if you wanted to, you know, you weren't going to be using the watch all day or something. You could disable it and use it strictly as a watch, and then re-enable all the smart features when you're done. But that is the Apple Watch 42mm aluminum. And I was going to turn it over, but the serial number's on the back, so I'm not going to do that. But that is the Apple Watch. This is the small band, by the way. Small band, larger face. You can also tap to wake it up. Maybe. Yeah, you can tap to wake it up. But that's the Apple Watch. This has been Colin with AppleReviews.com. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them below. Have a great day.